Now, the real issue that we have in Brisbane and South East Queensland is the capacity of the inner city rail network. And what you can see here is an indicative diagram of how the inner city rail network works, where we have 3 lines, which are 5 tracks, one from Cleveland and 3 coming from the south, from Beenleigh and Gold Coast, which actually merged from 5 tracks into 3 tracks through South Brisbane, into 2 tracks across the Merivale Bridge. Now, if we were running a freeway, for example, in that way, if we had a 5-lane freeway running into 2 lanes without any opportunity to exit, there'd be massive congestion. And really what we're seeing here is because we've had a lower frequency of service in the past, that as we're increasing the frequency of service to keep up with the demand for passenger growth, that these become fundamental constraints in how we operate our trains. So around 2016, sometime after 2016, we will have a capacity issue on our network, and we won't be able to run more services from the south in particular, but also going through to the north, and grow the service to cater for the demands that we're seeing. So that brings us to Cross River Rail, and as I said, it's a 19-kilometre study corridor. And within that study corridor, we have a 10-kilometre tunnel. So we're planning a 10-kilometre tunnel, and as you know, from Ironically through to our exhibition. Now, there's 4 underground stations that have been identified, and those are at Roma Street to connect with the surface network, so that people can change between the busway network and the surface rail network and get to multiple destinations around the region. At Albert Street to serve the new centre of the CBD, to be able to better connect to places like QUT and some of the retail and employment areas within the CBD that are some distance away from the rail network now. At Woolloongabba, within the urban development area at Woolloongabba there, which and Woolloongabba is an area that's really identified for significant growth over the next 20 years. A massive rate of growth expected in that area. And Bogger Road, and an underground station that connects with the Park Road rail station and the busway station at Bogger Road, so that passengers can change quite easily, get to the University of Queensland, or catch a service into other parts of the network. Now, we've identified new stations at Ironically, and we'll talk a little bit more about that, and at the exhibition. So that the exhibition, which has a service one week every year, will have a service ongoing throughout the year. There's also service upgrades envisaged through to Salisbury and in the north through Breakfast Creek. So upgrades on the surface to actually allow the services to run through the network in a north-south direction. Significant benefits being delivered by the projects. Obviously, more public transport travel and means a reduction in the amount of people that are driving, reduces the congestion that's out there, and also has a positive impact on the greenhouse gases that are emitted from the transport system. Improved access to the inner city around the region is an important outcome of the project. Also the opportunity to catalyse a lot of the inner city renewal, places like Woolloongabba, which have been lying dormant for some time, and a genuine city building opportunity at locations like that. And as I said, fundamentally transforming the way that the rail network operates in South East Queensland. So more frequent services, more of a metro style of service, more paths of freight in the peak hours so that we can actually get more focus on take passengers and the mixing of freight services. More efficient operations on the passenger rail network. We're looking at 9-carriage trains, longer trains that can carry more people more efficiently, and an expansion of the rail network across the region. So unless we have that capacity in the network, the ability to expand the network into other locations, up on the Sunshine Coast, further to the Gold Coast, places like Flagstone, are all compromised by the lack of that capacity. Now,